Okay, welcome to the new Ruger 9E. 9E disassembly. A little bit different than a Glock. Rugers always have a little twist, but this is a very easy twist. So this gun is really cool that it has a manual safety as well as a trigger safety like a Glock. But what you're going to do first is you're going to drop the magazine out. You're going to make sure the trigger is in a forward position. Then you're going to lock the magazine back with the slide lock. Then this is where it comes a little bit different than the Glock, where you pull down on two little deals here on the Glock. Inside you will see the ejector. I think it's called the ejector. Let's see if you can see it on there. It's a little bit blurry. Now it says push down and back. A little confusing, because if you keep pushing back, you keep pushing back, it's not going nowhere. So what you need to do is you may want to use something so that you don't, that thing springs on your finger, you're going to know about it. But all you got to do really is when you go in there is simply, we're going to push up to make sure it doesn't do it on my finger, and I'm going to use my finger. Because simply what you got to do is you really push it down. When they say down and back, it makes it sound like you're pushing this way, but you're actually pushing this way, okay? Pushing this way. So this little tab that's sticking out in here, just take your finger, hold, make sure it doesn't slide back. Push it down, down. Just push it down, down, down. And when you do, you'll see it'll become a long. So see, if you pull it back up, see how short it is? Just push it down, down, down. Then the button right here, I don't know why it's so blurry. Do I have a focus off or something? I don't know. Anyways, this button right here, let's see if we can get this a little clearer for you. That button right here, you're going to push it. Sometimes you may need a punch or something. You can use the little deal that locks the slide back when you get the gun, and it will push out this piece here which locks the slide. Just pull it completely out. Out, out, out. Put it down where you do not lose it. Then you're going to simply pull back on the slide, push forward, and voila, you have a separation of the gun. Now you'll notice that this is a very well built gun, and while it does have, of course, your polymer frame, you've got a lot of metal to metal contact, which is really cool. Just like the SR9, this is the quote economical version, but man, I tell you what, I think it's about $100 difference MSRP. Go with this one. Then you got your slide, looks kind of like a Glock or a lot of the other ones. Let's go back. Let's see if we can. So you're going to just pull the spring out. Then the barrel comes out. Look how nice that barrel is. And then you have access to your main part of your slide. So you can clean it. You can lubricate it. Do whatever you want. Okay? So, to put her back, while it's out, I'm going to get some lubricant. I like to keep my guns in tip-top shape, so let me get some oil. Alright, so like I said, while I have this thing out, go ahead and get a nice little protection. I think I had it pretty good. This is Miltech oil. I always like to do the small areas, just a drop where the slides. And then I like this Tetra gun grease. It's very good and very, very, very little bit needed. Again, I like it on the parts, especially with polymer guns that it's like these little mix in here. Sometimes to mix it, you just put the cap on and squeeze it around a little bit. But all you need is basically, I like it where the plastic and the metal touch. See, it's a white substance. I may even take a little bit off because it looks like it's heavy. For some reason the first part was a little liquidy. Need to mix it maybe a little bit better. But I just put some dots on there and then simply put a light coat where you can't even see it. Barrel seems pretty good. Again, I do like a little bit of this. Couple of dots on here on the barrel. And then I just use my fingers to rub it in. It does prevent rusting. And you don't want too much so gunpowder will clog and stick all over it, but it's good stuff. It puts a nice light coat on there. So we'll put the barrel back into the slide. We'll take a look at the frame of the gun. Again, this is not a cleaning like I normally do, but I don't want to put it together with storage. Since I'm showing you how to take it apart, and it's actually kind of therapeutic for me when I'm not doing a video to clean the gun. It's really, you got to look at it that way or it'll make you crazy. I like to clean my guns after each visit. The slide has a hole and a solid end. The hole goes in the front, the solid end goes in the back. Simply goes back in just the way you had it. Then simply just like the Glock, you're leaving the trigger mechanism, or excuse me, the ejector thing. See how long that deal is? You're leaving it down. You're simply sliding it. Let's get that cap fur off. Sliding it down, slide it back on, back. Okay. You want to go back to that lock position, which will give you this little opening here where the tab goes, or the tooth of the piece. It fits right in there, nice and, or it should be nice. Slides right in. That little tooth goes in the opening. Click-ola. Now it's still not all the way done because remember you have that piece, that ejector. But there's a simple way to do that without sticking your finger back in there. And that's put the magazine in, and it automatically puts it back in position. And I'll show you that. You'll see, if you can see in there, it's right back in position. See how small it is? See? Pulls down. So that's back in position. And your gun has been taken apart and put back together. And I like just a little bit of protection on there for just rust and for storage. Or you can use the thicker grease, and again all it takes is a dab or two, and then you can just put a nice light coat with your fingers. And serrations too, not really needed of course on the plastic. and then you can take off the any heavy, too much coating. But believe me, you've got a nice little coating on there, and you're done. 73s.